The first time I heard someone say, "I made money while sleeping," I laughed. It sounded like a joke. No job, no effort, just sleep and get rich. But then I saw it happening. Ordinary people, teachers, shopkeepers, even college kids, growing their money quietly, without lifting a finger. And every time I asked how, they gave the same mysterious answer. Stock market. That one phrase haunted me. I didn't come from money. I didn't study finance. But I had to know, how does it really work? Because if this invisible money machine was real, I wanted in. I started digging. Not into numbers or complex charts, but into how the system really works. What I found wasn't a secret code, it was a simple truth hidden in plain sight. The stock market isn't some elite playground for billionaires. It's a marketplace, open to anyone, even someone like me, with zero experience and 100 questions. But instead of vegetables or clothes, this market sells ownership, tiny pieces of real businesses. And once I understood that, the entire game changed. Imagine you and I start a small bakery. We sell cupcakes, and the shop becomes a local hit. Now we want to open 5 more shops, but we don't have enough money. So, we decide to invite others to invest. We divide our business into 1,000 small parts, called shares. Anyone who buys a share becomes a co-owner of our cupcake empire. That's exactly how companies raise money. They list themselves on the stock market, offering pieces of ownership to the public. When you buy a stock, you're not just clicking a button. You're literally buying a slice of a company, its profits, its risks, its future. That idea hit me like lightning. But here's where it gets wild. Those shares, they don't just sit there. They move, up and down, every second, like a roller coaster. Why? Because people are constantly buying and selling them. One person thinks the cupcake business will explode, buys 10 shares. Another hears a rumor it's failing, sells everything. The price keeps changing based on emotion, news, fear, and hope. This daily chaos is what most people see on the surface, numbers blinking, arrows flipping red and green. But underneath it, a simple truth. Every price is driven by belief. If people believe a company will grow, its value rises. If they doubt it, it falls. And learning to read that belief, that's where the power lies. The biggest twist. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to be a math genius. You just need one skill, the ability to think long-term. Most people lose money because they treat the stock market like a casino. But the smart ones? They treat it like buying a piece of farmland. They plant the seed, water it, and wait. Years later, that small investment grows into something massive, quietly, consistently. If I wouldn't buy my cousin's failing tea stall in real life, why would I buy a random stock just because it's trending? The stock market isn't magic. It's not luck or gambling. It's a reflection of real businesses, real people, and real decisions. And most importantly, it's where your money can work harder than you ever could. I used to believe the market was a rich man's game. Now I know, it's a patient man's game. And the best part? Anyone can play. Now, when someone says, "I made money while sleeping," I don't laugh. I nod, because I've felt it too. It's not a fantasy. It's not a scam. It's just the result of learning one thing no school ever taught us. How the money game really works. And now that you know, what will you do next?